Hey, Pepin.
Meow.
Whoa, when'd you turn into a little kitty?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. So there's this cat that hangs outside now, and I'm sure he has an owner, or actually it's a she, but she has an owner, and it's just like she's really cute. So I started like petting her. I mean, how we met is like she actually meowed, and I meowed back at her, and then she meowed, and I meowed. So we had this meowing competition back and forth, and eventually I came over and pet her, and now like when I see her, I just go meow, and she goes meow, and then I go meow, and we kind of do it, and then. It's like I pet her, and then she tries to come in my house. I'm like, no, sorry, no pets allowed. I'm sorry. And yeah, pets are kind of cool.
They are. That was an adorable story, but it doesn't explain why you meowed when I said hi to you.
Oh, you want to see pictures of the cat?
I definitely do, Nate, but
Okay.
I think before I see pictures, we need to talk. He's pulling up pictures.
Let's go back into it. I'll have the pictures ready by the time you say, hey, how's it going, Pepper?
Welcome back. So glad you guys could join us. I am here once again with my best friend, Nathan. Pepin, how's it going, Pepin?
Yo, meter. And also, here, I'm coming over.
What a cute cat. Giant ears. Holy crap. That thing's got big, tall ears, but it's a tiny little kitten.
Oh, yeah, it's a kitten.
Aww, she's so cute.
Is that like a tuxedo?
What?
They're really big ears, though.
Yeah.
Like a fox.
But this is the first cat I've like ever seen where it's like I go meow and then the cat goes meow back. Like we have these like kind of talking competitions or something.
My brother does that with my cat. He meows at it and then it meows back. Or he meows back.
It's like if I had a cat that meowed at me like that, I'd be like, okay, come here, kitty.
Mine doesn't do that, but he's loud and annoying. You can hear him when I'm recording.
And that's Atlas?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you name your cat after a Greek god?
Yeah, Greek Titan.
Oh, yeah, Titan.
He holds the world up.
Except for that short bit that Hercules did.
Yeah.
So, how many of your animal pet friends are named after Greek mythology?
One.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Do we introduce our guest?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Liz.
Hi.
Liz from the Savage Mythology podcast is here live in studio. We're talking about pets today, and naturally it comes back to Greek mythology.
Yes.
As tends to happen. So you said you have 1 million pets at your house.
It's really like 3, but it feels like 1 million.
Okay.
So, a cat, obviously.
Yep.
Is it more than one cat, or how many cats?
One cat who it feels like 1 million. We have a puggle and a dachshund.
Okay, a puggle.
Pug beagle mix.
Is it cool?
Yeah, he's super cool. He howls and he's super cute. Let me show you a picture.
Would a pug and a poodle mix be a poogle?
Sure. Sounds good.
That's what I thought a puggle was going to be, was a pug poodle. But I guess pug beagle makes sense. More sense.
And Steve, you have a cat, right?
Yes.
Just one, right? Or is it
It's Timothy.
Timothy?
Mm-hmm.
I think I met Tim.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, Tim. And he's like, yo, man. I'm like, oh, man, you talk.
And then he hissed and bit Nick Stewart.
That's funny. What was Nick's reaction?
Nick was being so nice, and we were outside, and he like put his hand down on the ground, and Tim came up, sniffed him, hissed, swatted, and then bit him.
Well, that's like your mom's rat.
Well, that's because they're rats and they're gross.
And I stuck my finger in the cage.
Rats are kind of vicious if you can't underestimate them.
No.
Yeah, I mean they're nice rats for rats, but they're still rats, you know.
That's Rocco.
Yeah. It's kind of cute.
Oh, he's living a modern life.
Yeah.
It looks like a pug and a beagle.
Yep. That is what he is.
It's like I don't have any pets myself, but I'm kind of tempted to get one maybe when I move out. Partly a cat. I also maybe want to get a... So I have like 3 options for a dog. One would be a Rottweiler. The other would be a pit bull. And the other would be a... what's it called? Those cute dogs. French bulldog.
Oh, they're so cute. I want a pit bull.
Because either I want something that could kill.
That's Frankie. She's a little dachshund.
Yeah, Frankie is not the best looking.
Get out of here.
Savage.
But it's like I either want a dog that could kill people, or I want a dog that could get me a lot of girls. Mm-hmm. So it's either or, in my opinion.
Aren't you married?
No.
Why do you need a lot of girls?
Just in case.
Okay. Well, that's gross. So, tell me, you had one named Rocco growing up. Mm-hmm. That was your brother's dog. Mm-hmm. What kind was he?
I don't know, like a pit bull boxer mix.
Yeah. He was really cute.
I guess. He was all right. He's not doing so well now. His legs are starting to go, but he's a good dog. Really kind of needy, which is kind of the issue. Like to bark, but that's kind of the dog you get with that kind of breed.
Yeah, I mean, he was very energetic.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he, like, if your brother took him out for walks and runs much.
No. Well, this is how it works. My brother was going to Afghanistan for a year. So about the week before he left, he bought Rocco.
So somebody else had to take care of him.
For a whole year. And then he came back, and then he's like, oh, hey, Rocco, how's it going? And then he's like, okay, I got to get out of this place. And then so he moves into an apartment that doesn't take dogs.
Jeez, so it wasn't really his dog. It was your dad's.
He still considered his dog for quite some time. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to come back to reclaim you, buddy. Mm-hmm. And he never came back.
And now he just lives with your dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, fair enough.
It's pretty much how it works.
What's the story behind your animals? How they came into your life?
So my Rocco, who's the puggle, he's my parents essentially, but unfortunately they bought him. I tried to convince them to rescue a dog, but they didn't want a special dog. Guess what? The one they bought is a little special. And Frankie, she is only a puppy. My aunt was breeding her dachshund with her mini dachshund with a tiny dachshund or something like that. So we got one of the puppies. And Atlas, my roommate, rescued him, and he did not get along with her cat, so she was gonna bring him back. And I, of course, had already bonded with Atlas and decided to take him. So now I have the little shithead in my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That sounds about right. That's usually how cats happen.
Yep.
Yeah, you call your cat names all the time.
Yeah.
It's so mean.
I mean, he's really mean.
Well, maybe he's mean because you're mean.
Nope, he's always been like that.
Well, maybe you've always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, maybe if you change, the cat will change.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
I'm just saying, we are products of our environment.
Very true, but he does not give a shit about anybody else. So even when I'm not home, he just does his own thing.
What else is he supposed to do? Somebody else's thing?
I mean, like, he just doesn't give a shit. He'll walk across the dogs. He'll walk across my family, you know. He'll go and fall off furniture, and he'll use his claws, of course, regardless of where he is, and it usually tends to be a body part. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he just gets in the way. I love him to death, but he just has many nicknames.
This cat sounds pretty cool, to be honest.
He is pretty cool. I love him. But he's a pain in the ass.
So all of your animals are like just indoor animals? I imagine dogs need to go out for like walks and stuff, but...
Yeah, I mean, they like to be outside, but Atlas is inside as much as he wants to go outside.
Interesting. What would be your philosophy on animals as far as letting them go outside, letting them stay inside?
It depends on where you are. So, like, when I was living at my dad's place, yeah, like, you know, the area, it's kind of like, we call it urban, out in the middle of the woods.
Definitely not urban. Urban's like...
Rural?
Yeah, rural is more countryside.
Okay, so it's definitely rural, kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, lots of trees, not much happening. And so we used to let our cats out and dogs out then. I mean, maybe not the dogs as much because dogs are kind of, they get themselves into trouble more. Cats will kind of like walk around, kind of maybe stalk birds, and they go into people's yards, but they're not going to like start a fight with the neighbor's dog as much. Usually not, at least. And so out there, it's fine. But if it was here in Rochester It's a whole nother kind of thing because I don't trust the people in Rochester. I'm not saying like people are terrible here, but there's a good chance that some drunk person could see a cat and decide to kick it. Mm-hmm. You know, just because they think it's funny. Also, it's more cars and more kind of kids and things around. So it's just more opportunity for things to go wrong. Mm-hmm. I mean, at the same time, that black kitty's been out there for a little while and been doing fine. Mm-hmm. And I see some other animals that kind of just like walk around and they're fine. But I think they have to have street smarts. And I'm not sure if my cat would have street smarts.
Mm-hmm. But is that not how they would learn street smarts?
Well, I don't know if it's innate or if it's... Because I think some cats are just too trusting. Like they just see somebody and like, oh, hey. But I think the street smart cat is kind of very wary about people. And then they know when to like fuck you up, which maybe is kind of a bad thing because then they get shot if, you know, it gets kind of claimed. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like,
I don't, does that happen with cats very often? I know that would happen with like dogs where someone gets bit by a dog and then they force them to put them down, but I don't know that happens with cats. Yeah, it's like it's a cat. You fucked with a cat. What do you expect?
I'm just saying that if you got attacked by a cat and you knew the cat's owner, you would probably get it put down.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
Okay, well, let's say some asshole would.
Okay. I feel like the collective you isn't applicable in this sense. Okay. I feel like the majority of people wouldn't. It would be like super hyper specific people like that go to Westboro Baptist or some shit like that are like just have a lot of hate in their heart already. Mm-hmm. I think I fundamentally disagree on the whole concept of like letting your animal have free will. I like the idea of letting your cat go out and explore if they want to be outside. There's a certain point where they've always been an indoor cat that you like can't, like you're saying, they've never learned about the dangers, so they may not understand that there are dangers in the world. You've overprotected them. Now they can't be an outside cat. But like mine, I got him in college. He was indoor. I had him in Somersworth, and then I had him in Manchester, and he was always indoor. And then when I moved to Milford, it's a lot more rural where I'm at. I'm in a trailer park, so there's just a lot more space, and we're on the first floor, so now he goes outside all he wants, and he does really well outside. There have been other cats that he has maintained territory, and he hunts all the time. He's always bringing back dead animals, or somewhat dead animals, or not dead at all, and then letting them loose in the house. A lot of chipmunks.
See, where people say about like when a cat brings a dead animal back, that apparently they're trying to show you like up, like trying to say, oh, this is what you think you can bring in bacon. I got the bacon here, but I can't imagine it could just be like the cat's just saying, hey, here's a little treat for you. Mm-hmm. You know, you bring me food, here's a little food for yourself. Maybe they're being nice. Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, if a cat brings you that stuff, that means they know you're a shitty hunter, so they're trying to help teach you.
See, that's what I've heard, but you know, why can't this be nice? Like, I gave you food.
It's a cat.
I see. I don't get that impression when Tim brings in animals. I get the impression that he's showing off. He's like saying, "Hey, check out what I was able to get." He wants to share in his victory together with me, and I think that's really cool. I had no problem with it. Like, I used to ask him all the time when he was growing up and was an indoor cat. I'm like, "What does a cat even do?" And he never knew. Like, he always gave me a weird look, and like it was like an existential look. So I'll do my best to do it. This is visual, so no one else is gonna be able to tell. But I'd be like, what does a cat even do? And he's like, like he's trying, like he sharply looks off into the middle distance, and his eyes dart around like he's trying to think, like, what does a cat do? I don't know. So now that he goes outside and he catches mice in the winter when they're in the house, so we never have mice in the house, and he goes out and he catches any of the little pests that are outside, like chipmunks and moles and stuff like that. So like now I know what a cat does. A cat hunts. A cat gets rid of pests, little rodent pests. And then recently he's been catching birds. That's been his new thing.
Yeah, isn't that a thing with certain temples where cats were worshipped at certain temples because the cats would catch all the vermin and mice and kind of make it like pristine and amazing looking. Like
That's what I heard is how like cats domesticated themselves. That cats just saw the symbiotic relationship, but they would live in grain barns and stuff and just catch the mice. So humans were like, well, the cat's not eating the grain, it's killing the mice, and it's not asking for anything in return. All it's asking for is to stay in the barn, which is where they're catching the mice and helping. So it worked out for everybody. So we just kind of kept them around and they kept us around.
Yeah.
So it like worked out for everybody.
A little different than like dogs, because dogs are more like, we made dogs reliant on us to a degree. Like,
So this is what I woke up to one day.
man, run them indoors and everything.
That's still alive.
That's still alive?
And that's my bed. And it's at like 6 a.m.
Oh my god, that's so sad. I don't want to look at it anymore.
Sorry, Liz. That's a still alive bird. That's not a small bird. That's not like a little tiny baby bird. That is a full grown like bird.
And so for those of you who can't see, essentially it's Steve's cat brought a bird in and the feathers are everywhere. It's on his bed indoors and Steve's just taking a picture of it like, oh, nice catch there, buddy.
You know? And then I pet him and I said, good job. And then I took the bird and I threw it outside.
You didn't even eat it?
Why would I eat it?
Because he brought it to you. It's a sacrifice.
No. So what I do is I throw the animal outside and I keep the cat inside so the animal has time to, if it's still alive, so it has time to reset itself, get as far away as it can. I give him about 5 minutes and then I take some treats and I put the treats in his bowl so I convert the animal into food for him. He eats the treats and then he goes back outside. And if the animal was too stupid to get away in that amount of time, that is what it is, man.
You have a whole methodology here.
Mm-hmm. I give it a chance to learn from its mistakes, and Tim will kill it the second time for sure. So that's up to them now. Maybe they can teach others, but it doesn't seem that way because since then he's brought in at least 2 or 3 other birds, and they're always dead now. He's really good at what he does.
There's hype man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember the cat I used to have?
Mm-hmm. Buttons?
Buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like Buttons was like an effigy to me.
Okay, what does that mean?
I don't know. I kind of thought it was a cool word, so I wanted to use it.
Do you know what it means?
Well, I assume it's like that thing that, like when people get married, they have that thing on like their leg and you take it off and then you throw it.
The garter?
Yeah, it's kind of like that,
He's
right?
definitely talking about the garter, or his family has weird traditions, and he could be talking about strap-on.
I was not expecting that.
So Buttons was like my spirit animal.
Buttons was your strap-on. Got it.
And it was like
That's
the most
pretty
amazing
much
cat.
what you're saying. Buttons is awesome.
Yeah. He would just like kind of come into a room and just kind of stop all of a sudden. Then he just like, just flop on the floor. And that was his move. Just come in, flop on the floor.
That was his move.
And, he wasn't even there he wasn't there to like make you pet him. He just wanted just to flop on the floor and show you he could do it. Mm-hmm. And I would take pictures of Button and I would like Photoshop them into like every photo of my family on my Facebook. Mm-hmm. So if you go on my Facebook right now, don't do it because that's creepy. But if you're going on my Facebook, anything before like 2010 has like Buttons photoshopped into like windows and like little places like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
didn't you go through all of your photos in high school and tag a girl as Buttons in every single photo?
I did.
And that was your flirting?
Yep.
Those poor girls.
It was early high school memeing.
And
It was ahead of his time.
There's also a photo where I was like, so I did wrestling and I was pinning this guy and I tagged that guy as Molly. So it's like, take that, Molly. And she's like, are you serious?
So Molly is the name of the girl that you were tagging all the things.
Yep.
So you were pinning the girl that was the whole joke?
Well, the joke was I was tagging her and everything as the cat, but then I tagged her as a person that was pinning. So, yeah.
It's subtle. Fucking a little on the nose, don't you think?
Well, now that you put it this way, I'm like, oh, Maybe she would have misinterpreted this.
Maybe that was real creepy. Now that I think about it a little bit,
You think she still wants me?
probably.
Oh my god.
See, I think this is why we need a woman on the podcast more often.
Hey Liz, welcome to the Guy Cast. Today we're talking about is tagging somebody that you're pinning in a photo as the girl that you like a sexy advance?
Hell no.
The answer is no.
No.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't do that thing that Nate did.
Okay, but do you think it worked?
No.
Ah, damn it.
Did it? Did it work?
Well, I think it worked at first, but then after I tagged her in the 20th picture as buttons, I think that's where she started losing interest.
No. Nate, you can't say it worked because you got a reaction if the reaction is stop tagging me in all of your photos.
It was after she thought it was cute after like the 5th.
So were you subliminally saying that you wanted to date your cat?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I fully understood the whole scope of this.
Yes. My cat was very sexy, especially his little, his flupa.
Is that what you call a tail?
No.
Is it the little flab of skin, like by their stomachs?
Yeah. It's like...
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No.
do that motion.
I got your hand motions way more than his because he like waved his hand like a tail. That's like the ocean, Nathan.
I really enjoy that we're now going into bestiality.
Well, yeah, we need to talk.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Last
this-
episode was incest. This
Yep.
episode's bestiality.
Okay, so now we're diving full into this topic here of bestiality.
Hey, you guys ever turn into a swan and rape a woman? Just asking for a friend?
Okay, I have not
Hashtag fuckfather.
done that myself. I have watched it happen.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, it was intriguing, horrifying, but I'd watch it again.
This is how you earn the explicit tag on iTunes.
I don't even know how to respond.
With absolute ludicrous statements that don't mean anything.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go here now. Ready? This is
Oh, Lord.
a little intense. So my friend went to Mexico, and he was telling me about how there's like a donkey show or something like this, and
Is that where a donkey has sex with a woman?
yes.
Okay.
And so he and his friends were like all talking about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we want to see this." And so he went with his friends and a whole bunch of people there, and everyone's like getting all riled up and like, "Oh yeah." And then the woman comes out and just like starts sucking this donkey's dick, and then everyone just goes silent and is ashamed. Like there was like not a good reaction. There's like, "Oh, this is what we're jeez."
So like Clerks 2. In Clerks 2 that happens.
Really?
Yeah, they're hyping up through like the whole movie about this donkey show that they're gonna
Okay.
they're gonna bring the donkey show into the restaurant that they work for on like the last day that they're gonna be working there or something. After close and do a donkey show, and then the donkey comes out with a handler, and like the handler's a guy and he's dressed up in like super restrictive clothing, like what would that be, like bondage like stuff, and then they're like, okay, well, here comes the girl, and then like the guy starts doing all the stuff with him and fucking the donkey and stuff, and they're like, oh, there's not gonna be a girl. So they like, oh, because it was like I don't know, it was like April, and then so they like assumed April was the girl, and April ended up being like the name of the donkey.
Oh.
So there was like that miscommunication that was thrown into it. Wow, I just murdered that whole thing. I'm sorry, Kevin Smith.
I've never seen Clerks, but the first time I heard about a donkey show was actually in a novel we both read, Slaughterhouse-5. Because there's a whole thing about some picture of this girl kind of giving a donkey a good time. And I don't know why, but that photograph pops up back in that book like 6 times. He keeps referencing it. I'm like, he just can't get this, like, I just imagine the author saw this picture one time and it's like, has to keep talking about it. Like, it doesn't connect to the plot or anything. I'm sure it does, but he's just like, you know, these guys exist, guys? I mean, this is kind of weird, right?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is weird.
Just a little bit.
Is this weird?
I think I'm making Liz uncomfortable. I'm sorry, Liz.
No, you're fine. I'm just thinking of high school.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a friend that did a lot of research on bestiality. I don't know why, so I know a lot of random stuff.
Okay.
That like if a human were to have sex with a dolphin, you'd die. Because apparently they have huge dicks. And
I don't know if that's true. I mean,
I don't know. It was like
a horse.
I know horse. I was gonna go into the horse thing.
I stole your thunder.
You did. That's
So
all right.
tell me about Mr. Hands.
Sorry. Apparently, if you have sex with a horse, you can kill yourself, and people have done it.
Yeah, two guys, one horse.
Ew,
Is that one as well?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of girls have sex with horses, so it's not like it's too uncommon. But
Can you please describe a lot of girls?
it's a Brazilian thing.
A lot of Brazilian girls have sex with horses.
Brazil is kind of fucked up.
I'm sorry to all the Brazilian girls that do not have sex with horses. That just got lumped into that category.
Yeah, get yourself a real man.
But there was a video called Two Guys, One Horse. And it shouldn't be called Two Guys, One Horse because really it's one guy, one horse. There's one guy filming. But yeah, he ended up hit his whole rectal cavity ended up ripping and he ended up dying.
Yeah. Wasn't that Mr. Hands too?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the video was called, I believe, too. That was way back, like when the video was whatever the file name was. So it was like MrHands.mp4 or some shit like that.
I see. Well, because when I was around, when it went around, I never watched it, but it was being called Two Guys, One Horse because two girls, one cup had just come out, and so everyone was naming things after that.
So this is...
I think it's the same video
Okay.
in this case.
So now we're talking about weird old porns we saw in high school.
Oh,
So
I didn't see this one, so
Oh, you just heard of it.
yeah, I just heard of it. It's like a lot of these things I didn't watch because they're too horrifying. Like there's one where apparently like they show some eels up there.
Oh my god.
I saw...
Oh, okay, go on.
Are we going to be talking about this right now?
Go on.
Yep.
Okay. So I saw this one where like this woman was like, she was popping like a ping pong ball out her pussy, and then you're like, oh wow, that's weird, and then all of a sudden like a whole Nerf football comes out, and you're like, wait, what? That was there too? It's like it's such good classic misdirection. Oh man.
That just means she worked with it on her Kegel.
Absolutely.
Kegel
She probably used Nate's Kegel app.
Yep.
He has an application for strength training your Kegels.
All right.
He designed himself. It's available on the Android marketplace.
Yep. Download it. Use it.
Kegel Hit.
Yep.
HIIT.
All right, Liz, your turn for a story. We
Oh my
interrupted
God.
you. I'm sorry.
You're redirecting me. Well, now I'm thinking about Two Girls, One Cup and how that was horrible.
Okay, but bestiality. Let's
Bestiality?
keep on subject.
I didn't talk about it. I talked about Nerf. It's Nerf or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I already shared bestiality stories.
Okay.
Steve, all you.
That was the only Nerf one I had.
No, bestiality.
I saw this one that wasn't bestiality, but it was an animated one where Snow White was getting fucked by all the dwarves, and they had like a conveyor belt where like they were like go inner and then fall off the conveyor belt, and the next one would, and it was just like over and over and over. There was like 10 different sequences that all happened like that. It was just like a short animation that it looped for like 30 seconds, and then it went to a different one where they just fuck Snow White in weird ways.
Okay, that's kind of
I
fun.
saw that in high school in a closet with a guy and a girl during like a study hall.
Okay, that's weird.
It got weirder as it went on.
I think I was like a sophomore, and the girl was a senior, and the other guy was a sophomore too. I think they were hanging out, and then somehow I got in that closet too. I don't know. It's really continuing to get weirder and weirder as I remember it. Nate, this is real.
Okay.
I can name the people who were a part of it. Well, I don't remember the girl's name. That makes it even weirder, doesn't it?
Plot twist, there was no girl.
Plot twist, it was 6 guys. Another plot twist, just me.
Well, that's something that guys did back then, though. They used to like watch porn together, like 6 of them together. It's like,
I didn't. There was one time at Ton's house that this was the first time I'd ever seen anything like pornographic. He pulled up some like weird Pokemon porn website. I think it was like Misty, so it was like the least gross you could be, even though, and we were like 13 or 14. But I was like, I'm not interested in watching this with you, Ton. Can we please go play Grand Theft Auto or whatever, like some racing game? And then we did. He stopped watching the porn, but I always thought that was really weird to like watch porn with a bunch of other guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can like really do anything.
Well.
Okay. All right, so Liz, let's direct this back over to you.
Oh my God, where am I supposed to go with that now?
So tell us more about your friend's research into bestiality. Why were they doing it?
I don't know. She's weird.
Why was she telling you about it?
I don't know. I just have an image of her, like, we're walking up the stairs in my high school and she's telling me about dolphins. Like, this is weird. I don't need to know this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But what if you do need to know it?
Well, now I have some of that knowledge.
Nice. You're going to use that someday, and you're like, I'm so thankful.
I am never going to use that knowledge.
There's a famous story about this researcher who was in a tank with a dolphin for like 30 days. And she was studying it, and then she just, started getting romantic with the dolphin. Mm-hmm. And she apparently got fucked by it. I'm not sure how true the story is, but there's a whole like book about it or something. There's also another story about someone taking LSD in the kind of like a similar circumstance.
Wait, those are very different stories. I tripped with a dolphin. I slept with a dolphin.
Yeah.
Maybe they're sequential.
Yeah, but dolphins are kind of rapey because
I've heard that.
They're there's a lot of videos online like dolphins trying to like fuck people, especially like guys and girls. Like whenever they're getting out of the water, just like go up behind and start like going ham.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you say especially like guys and girls, what did you mean by that?
Well, especially guys, especially girls.
Oh, okay. So both the binary genders.
Yeah. I was going to say especially girls, but then I'm like, no, wait a second. There's plenty of videos I've seen with guys like this happening to them too. So,
of course you have.
Like, not like, it's funny.
I don't disagree. I was trying to make it more funny, and now it's weird.
Oh, God.
This is just like all those porns I saw. How about that one Jason showed us with the bear? That was really fucked up.
Shake that bear.
Yeah.
Do you know about this one?
I have no idea.
I
don't want to know.
You would not want to know about this one. It's real fucked up.
It's kind of let down, to be honest. It's kind of cheap, like cheap horror.
Horror with a capital W.
Well, it's like that thing where that video where people just cuts their dicks off. It's like, okay, that's
BME Pain Olympics.
Yeah, that's horrific and everything. Also, it's apparently fake, but it's horrific and everything. But it's
was it really? There was some stuff I saw that I don't think it was fake. If it was fake, they did a really fucking good job of faking it.
I have not seen the video myself, but I've seen people talk about the video in like recent time, and they say that the video is fake.
Well, maybe I saw something different then, because I saw some fucked up shit.
You used to be more into seeing fucked up shit.
No, it just happened. It was early internet. Like now where like if I click this thing, it's fucked up shit. If I want to find fucked up shit, that's easy. Okay. Back then, fucked up shit found you. It's a very different climate. It was like I clicked on a video that was named something innocuous, and now I watched a guy with a jar breaking up his asshole.
I never got like that fucked up shit.
One guy, one jar, fucked up. Like a glass mason jar, he shoves it up his ass and it breaks halfway up. And then he's fishing out pieces of glass, and you can hear it and scraping pieces of glass out of his anus.
Did we warn Liz about this podcast?
Nope.
She said she was listening to it on the way over.
I was listening to the fast food one.
Listen, it's 2019. Ass is fast food. I'm the only one who found that funny. So, sorry, Liz. Savage Mythology. Go check out her show because it is way better than this one.
We don't talk about beasts. Well, yeah, we do actually.
You talk about incest, bestiality,
yep,
all the good stuff.
Yeah.
The fuck father and all his rapes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's equally fucked up, but not scarring like ours is.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've sat here through this whole thing, like just making random faces, like horrified.
I'm so sorry.
Whatever.
And
would be surprised.
if you're horrified, definitely let us know. Definitely let if you came over from Liz's audience and you listen to our podcast and you're scarred, just let us know that you came over here, you got scarred, and that you want to come back.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Subscribe to us. We'll subscribe to you guys. What?
We're gonna subscribe to her fans.
Yeah. Okay. We're offering to subscribe to you guys as well, your fans.
Let's do a sub for sub. Just put out any piece of audio and we'll subscribe to it.
I guess that's what we're doing. I don't know what I'm saying, but
I don't
yes.
think that's how it works, Nate.
Okay. How about you sub to us? We don't sub to you.
That I like that idea. That's a good one.
Give us money, please.
Jesus, Nate, you have no fucking tact. No, Savage Mythology has a Patreon.
Yes.
Do you remember what the backslash is after patreon.com?
It's Savage dash Mythology. Or just Savage Mythology. Yeah,
one
Savage
of those.
Mythology.
Type in Savage Mythology into the search. You'll find it.
Yeah.
It'll be in the description as well, so check it out there.
Absolutely. We're on Twitter, WNTT1.
Or Facebook.com/We Need to Talk Show. Now, you probably won't find us there. Yeah, fuck Facebook. Facebook does not like us. We can't post there. They don't allow us because, you know why?
Because I'm subscribed to Tom. MySpace Tom.
You know he's like really rich.
I don't doubt that. He should be.
He is because he sold MySpace.
It's like every once in a while I see these posts where like people are kind of like saying, "Oh, hey, you own MySpace, a failing company." And it's like, dude, I got like $1 billion. Fuck you. And he's just like that. Fuck you, kind of like I don't give a shit money. I'm gonna like just flame people on Twitter.
He's rich in money and he's rich in friends because we were all his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, were you his friend?
Well, initially.
You're not his friend anymore?
No.
Nate, we need to talk. Me talking over me?
No, hearing my voice, I was like, who is that? It's like, is there a secret person in here?
There's a secret person.
Yes.
Is there a secret person in here? Yeah, Nate's girlfriend's been here the whole time.
Sometimes I get confused, to be honest, because like I'll be replaying something back like that when we're just here just to make sure the audio is working, and then Steve says something recording. I'm like, Steve, you just asked that. It's like, no, shit. Sorry, Steve.
Oh man. All right, you good?
Yeah.